Well, welcome back. You're still watching Morning Live here on SABC2. Now, a visit to the doctor can now be done in the comfort of your own home in just 3 easy steps. Although similar programs have been introduced in other parts of the world, this is a new initiative here at home in South Africa. ConnectMed is an online medical practice optimized to Africa's technical and medical context, where doctors provide consultation over the internet. Now, a video visit can easily solve your common illness quickly, making life so much easier. Today in our studio, we're joined by Zweli Gwebityala, co-founder of ConnectMed. A very good morning to you, Zweli, and thank you very much for your time.
Good morning, Welles, and well done on the surname. I'm pronouncing my
I
surname.
was like, no, he said I must pronounce it correctly. Well, thank you very much on that one, Zweli. Now, firstly, how will this ConnectMed work?
So as you've already mentioned, it's a video-based telemedicine platform, right? And what it does is, if you're feeling ill in the morning, just go on to the website, type in www.connectmed.co.za, and the website then walks you through the steps of entering your symptoms. And once you've done that, you get to see a doctor. The nice thing about this, and why it's different from, say, a Skype or any other video calling system, is that actually we keep a ongoing medical record for you, much like your doctor does, right? So you've got a private, almost file that you keep, and every doctor can then refer to that file as they continue to treat you throughout your life.
So how does it work? Does it link you to your family doctor or any other available doctor at that particular time?
At this moment, any other available doctor at that particular time. The idea being, we want to provide an on-demand service, so that in the case that your doctor is not available, you can see another doctor. But of course, they'll have access to your ongoing file, so they'll know what the previous doctor who treated you did with you, or what they prescribed.
Will it really work? I mean, we used to consultation on one-on-one. Here I am sitting with this terrible flu this morning, a sore throat and a little bit of headaches. And, you would actually think that if I go to a doctor, they must start by taking my blood pressure, my sugar levels, and so on. So how will this one, will it really work?
Yeah, so that's a question we hear a lot, and we have 2 practiced responses for it, which are actually true responses. The first is, we're seeing these kinds of platforms work really well in the US and the UK, where we looked for case studies, right? They're being used really well for common ailments. So by no means, if you're feeling like you're about to die, this is not the place to go to, right? But for your common, flus and colds, we believe that this will work. I think the second thing is, when we've talked to doctors and actually sort of interviewed and surveyed doctors, a lot of them are saying that actually when you sit across your doctor from a table and you tell them what your symptoms are, the hypothesis they form around what's wrong with you doesn't tend to change after they touch you. It's still the same hypothesis they had before they touched you.
But at times they give you injections immediately.
And in that case, this is when they refer you, and this is part of the platform, to your pharmacist, right? And so you can then go to a pharmacy with a prescription, and pharmacists can sometimes give you injections. A pharmacist can sometimes give you injections as well.
So how do you get the prescription? Do they email it to you? How do you get it? And how certain are we that it's going to be a genuine one?
So part of what the platform does is that doctors can upload sort of a signed prescription themselves, so it will be on the platform, and you can download it and take it to yourself, either to the pharmacist, or we can email it to the pharmacy ourselves. Now, of course, there are issues of legitimacy, etc. But when we've spoken actually to pharmacists and the bodies that regulate pharmacists, a lot of times emailed prescriptions tend to be an okay way to do this. And so we continue to try and refine the process for how prescriptions work, but we feel that the downloadable prescription that is PDF'd, which certainly my doctor can do it for me now, is something that could work there as well.
So will the operation be 24-hour?
That's certainly the aim. So initially, just as we test out and sort of smooth out process issues, we will have a scheduled service. But going forward in future, we'll have a 24-hour on-demand service, and that's our big goal, so that whenever you're feeling ill, you can just log in and see a doctor immediately.
Now, just before we went on air, you were saying that the initiative is doing well abroad. But now, bringing it here at home, South Africa, many people are dependent on doctors from your public health facilities. How is it going to, is this targeting only private doctors, those who can afford, those who have medical aids, or even the public in general? So
we realize that the biggest need for this is actually with the people who are in the lower income segments, right? If we look at the numbers, South Africa is reputed to have something like 0.7 doctors for every 1,000 patients, for example. That number in the US, just for context, is about 3.5 doctors for every 1,000 patients. So there's a great need, especially in the lower income group. But what we recognize as a business is that we probably need to sort of lock in a market to start with, and that market for us will be the sort of middle income market. But actually our long-term goal is to go and serve the lower income market. But there are a lot of problems to solve for around internet access, device access, etc., that we continue to try and solve for.
What an initiative, I must say, and I'm not surprised that you, the co-founder, I know that men and doctors don't go well. I certainly do. It might have been, a motivation to you having started this initiative, isn't it?
Yes, certainly.
Well, we're going to have to leave it right there, Zweli, but thank you very much. That's Zweli Gwebityala. He is the co-founder of ConnectMed, so you won't have to go to doctors. You're launching in May, right?
Yes,
yeah, they're officially launching the initiative in May. Well, we're taking a break. When we come back, we'll say goodbye to our SABC viewers. Stay tuned.